I want to go back to something that you touched on, which is airports can be an amazing tool for a brand to really explode and
Yeah.
a brand to really get that recognition. Can you tell us about an experience you've had with a brand where maybe that happened? I mean, you don't have to name the brand, or kind of what that trajectory has been like for some of these concepts that have really
Yeah.
exploded and why that is?
Think that so if somebody's coming through on a layover and there's a
Yeah.
brand that's local, they might not have exposure to it where they're from. So I've been working with Velvet Taco for the last couple of years. And
Velvet Taco,
yeah,
yeah.
they're super fun and it's a really
Yeah.
fun creative brand. And so Velvet is kind of on one side of the spectrum that they really push the boundaries of, what is a taco? And it's truly global flavors. Like their chicken tikka taco is one of the
I
things
was
that
gonna
they're
say their
known
menu
for. And
is
their
all
menu's
over the
so
place.
fun. But
Yeah.
we work with Rick Bayless and Tortazo and Tortas Frontera, which is,
Mm-hmm.
obviously Tortazo is his fast casual arm that's in the airport. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really for both of those, they both have a place, both for the traveler and in the airport. For Rick, so many people, know Chef Rick from being a celebrity chef and from different shows that he's competed on, but then they can go and they can taste his food, which is really exciting. And then Velvet, if there's somebody that's traveling through Houston that's from the Northeast where they don't have locations on the street, I'll get messages from friends and they're like, oh my gosh, like, what is this queso? What is, I just had a buffalo chicken
Yeah.
taco that was great. So I think it's a really fun experience
Mm-hmm.
from a guest standpoint, for them to get to see a brand where they might not be going to that city, but it's a way for
Mm-hmm.
them to get a taste of that city and then do it with a brand that both brands in different ways have really successfully navigated how to be successful in the airport space. And that's not
Yeah.
self-serving of three. That's with total collaboration, with their teams. And they're so, going back to, I think, the brands that are the most successful, whether it's expanding into airports or just growth in general, are the ones that all stakeholders within the brand communicate and talk with each other. So
Mm.
operations, marketing, everyone's on the same page of what they're
Yeah.
like. It's a holistic approach versus folks working in silos. And I think that's something, hospitality or not, is a principle that is often not necessarily
100%
honored. Yeah.
No,
agree.
absolutely. So and beyond, we've talked about airports quite a bit. I know it's probably a chunk of what you do, but there's other
And I love
areas.
it.
Yeah, they're
It's fun.
perfect.
Airport
Yeah.
nerd.
So other areas, so for a restaurant operator out there that is not looking to expand into an airport but wants to scale, this is an area you help out as well.
And I think it's like also defining what growth is for them. Sometimes you can have growth when you only have one location. And I
Right.
think that it's understanding, like, you could have a really busy restaurant, but what if it's not busy at lunch? Like, thinking about your day parts, being able to optimize each of your day parts, that's growth. Thinking
Mhm.
about your menu and how to retain staff, that's growth. I think that retention is often seen as like the enemy of growth, like complacent or things like that. It's not. It's being consistent, and I think that's understanding who their audience is in terms of like what restaurants make sense for them to work with or what
Mhm.
makes sense for them to add in their portfolio. It's the same thing with restaurateurs. A lot of the principles of things that we would do to conduct like research and development in a certain geographic market they're thinking about for an airport can also be translated for street side. So we'll do analyses based on that market of like, okay, there's XYZ is trending, but there's a gap here. There's not this type of restaurant, or you're seeing, this demographic is really moving in. We saw that a lot post COVID. There were so many shifts in where people were moving. Like there was a mass exodus from Brooklyn to Philadelphia or New York in general to Philly. So kind of looking at that map. A lot of work in the DC area. I'm spending a lot of time seeing the shift recently from like Arlington to all the millennials are now moving like they want a yard.
Yeah.
They're moving like what else is happening in Northern Virginia and like what does that mean for them? Really interesting to me because all of this stuff is interconnected.
The demand for group and private events is at an all-time high. Is your business ready to capitalize on all these opportunities? With Restaurant as your booking partner, you can ensure event success this year and beyond.
With no booking fees or commissions, Restaurant has helped over 2,000 restaurants, bars, and breweries reach local event planners who are looking for a space for their next gathering. Whether it's a birthday, anniversary, graduation, or corporate event, Restaurant will get your space booked.
Try it today and receive 3 months completely risk-free by signing up at restaurant.com/podcast. That's restaurant.com/podcast.